We're millennials, this is how we do it. We make good money, but we're broke and we're going through it. We have many problems, we know how to hustle through it. Millennials run the world and we're here to prove it. We're millennials, this is how we do it. We make good money.
Back to Millennial Mindstate,
Seeing the world through millennial eyes. I'm your host, Dr. Cher.
and I'm your host, Elsie. Thank you for tuning in. This is our episode where we're talking about relationships. My man is my man.
And her man is her man, too.
You see how we switched that up? So we ain't no her
sharing no man.
My man, your man is no. My man is my man. Your man is your man.
Right.
So we're definitely gonna be talking about relationships and how millennials handle relationships. On our last episode, you joined us for a juggling act, talking about careers and things of that nature, and you also joined us for friends or foes. So now we're going to talk about millennial relationships and how millennials face them today. So what would you say are some of the biggest challenges millennials face in this whole dating realm in 2018?
I think that everybody, it's like half and half. Some people are looking for love. Well, I guess three parts. Some people are looking for love. Some people are just looking to have a good time. And some people really want love, but they act like they just want to have a good time. So like I hear my friends like, oh, I'm on Tinder and all this. I'm like, well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for or plenty of fish or whatever? And it's like, what are you looking for? I'm looking for a date. I'm like, okay, are you looking for a date to hook up or are you looking for a relationship? And they're actually looking for a relationship, but they're on dating sites or these quick apps trying to find it. So it's like, do you even really know what you want?
That's true. And I think because nowadays we're so busy. So how you find your mate traditionally out and about, you know, what if you don't go out and about? So how are you supposed to find that person? So a lot of times people go to the dating apps. I actually tried a couple because I was like, you know, between work and trying to do activities with my son, I don't have time to go to the normal places.
Right.
You know, they say go to church and meet them there. I've been to church and everybody's married and stuff. So I tried. He's not there. I went to the grocery store. I pushed the buggy.
Yeah.
He's still not there. So I tried the dating app with one of my older colleagues. She was like, y'all need to try it. So me and my other colleague, she's in like her early 40s. So we're like, we're going to do it together and we're going to see how this goes. And I was so overwhelmed.
What, too many pictures, too many like options, or
So
why?
once I created my account, I was just flooded with messages and pings. So all day my phone was zzz. Then I started bumping people that I knew. I was like, no.
Oh,
no. And so, but then I started having this fear because I'm in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm not really from here. Even though I've been here 5 years, I don't want to get catfished.
Yeah.
Then you're like, okay, so if I meet up with this person, now I got to call my friends so they can be scattered through the restaurant in case something happens and I want to get kidnapped, robbed, and now all this fear factor runs through my head. So I'm like, delete the account. Just forget it. This is not for me.
Yeah.
You know, somebody was like, they want to eat my booty. I was like, oh my gosh.
On the app, they message you
that?
Yes. Girl, that's too much.
It was way too much. And I'm just like, I can't do
You're like,
this.
never mind. Yeah.
So I would say the hardest thing now is especially living up here. There is a shortage of available men.
Yeah.
So where you have like one man to 20 women. And so these men are just having a field day. They are out here just they got relationships over in Lithonia.
Yeah.
They got relationships in Douglasville.
And traffic's so bad, you would never know.
You would never know. So if I thought you was over there cheating, by the time I got to you, you'd be gone.
Or you at home chilling like, I was here the whole time. It took you 2 hours to get
Let's not talk about time because some people are bad with timing, you know.
Yeah, we want to talk about
It takes
that.
them a long time to get places. You know, they give you the opportunity to stop along the way. You know what I'm saying? The other folks' house, you just don't want to, you know, it is a lot. So,
but too, with the available men, you also find men that have kids. So I've met a lot of women. I don't want to date. Well, this is what they said when like mid-20s. or 25 and up. I don't want to date any man with kids. Then you're 31, 32, and then your friends are getting married. And I just feel like some people start saying, oh, fine, I'll date a man with kids. Like they settle, and not to say marrying someone or dating somebody with kids is settling, but if it's a standard that they didn't have for themselves at first, but they see that time is running out. We kind of talk about that theme with our millennial talks, is that, you know, a lot of millennials think they have to do certain things by certain times. So like, oh my God, he has kids, but time is running out. So, I mean, he has 2 kids, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and date him. Then you end up being an angry stepmom. So what do you think about that? They just get so angry. If I raise you, I want to raise you like that, you know?
Dating with someone, I have a kid, so it's difficult at times. That's why I prefer to date someone that has a child as well, because they can understand my lifestyle. But then sometimes it's conflicting, because now all the kids are busy and this, that, and the third, whereas you date someone that doesn't have a kid, you know, it's sometimes easier, and it's like, that's not my kid. You know? So now I'm forced to be a parent when I wasn't ready. That's why I don't have kids to begin with. Then you have some that are like, well, I accept you in your, I hate to say it, your package. And you find that a lot, where, you know, the man doesn't have a child, but he married the woman that has a child, and they build onto that family. And so it's definitely a struggle when it comes to a lot of compromise. So sometimes you gotta set those plays up, just, you know, so you can see him, and the kids don't know what's going on, but they can play. But you just have to find ways to compromise and, you know, kind of bring everyone into the fold once it's time for your kids to meet that person. You know, always kind of introduce them as, this is my friend. That's my favorite word. Craig, like, another friend?
Well, that's better than back in the day you say your uncle. I hated that.
This is my friend.
Oh, I hate it when people say, oh, this your uncle such and such. I'm like, why are you saying that? The kids gonna be so confused, you know, because they know like their real uncle. He said Uncle Joe, Uncle such and such, Uncle such and such.
Well, why would you lay in the bed with uncle?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just say friend, because I have so many like men and female friends that come together. He's so used to seeing people like, okay, mommy's friend, mommy got, you know, we all come together. It's a bunch of us, men and women. But I would definitely say that dating is truly challenging, especially because of the peer pressure we face. Social media is a gift and a curse all in one, because people will feel like you're sitting here watching everyone else's life go by, and like, how did she get married? How did he get married? They have kids. They have, you know, they have this perfect life. They have the white picket fence. And what about me? How come I don't have a man? So now your time clock is ticking, and now you're rushing, and you know, you meet this one person, you're like, we're gonna get married, you know, and sometimes marriage is a trend. Some happy folks are not married because of love,
and they're not happy.
My circle is married.
And they don't want to be left out.
No, when you left out, you want to have that inclusion, because everybody else is doing it. This person had 2 kids, so I'm gonna have 2 kids too. This person had 3 kids, you know, and a lot of these women sometimes fall into that whole, well, he wants 2 and 3 kids.
You talking about they act like the man wants
you know, they'll meet the man and he wanted this, that, and third. You have to make sure you are mentally prepared to go sit down and have these children, because you will be around here depressed. You got 3 children. Look at baby. You mad
15 years ago
because he off. You know, he working half the time and you sitting at home with all these kids because he wanted. And so now you deal with postpartum, depression, anxiety. You at home on pills, medication. You unhappy because he wanted, or your friends have 2 and 3 kids. So you felt like, well, if they got 2, I'm gonna have 2 too. Y'all smiling in the picture, happy, and then but in real life you can't stand them. Go to bed. Get.
But there's so many people too that are just not happy, and if it's not society pressuring them, it's their family. You know, they might have a family, well, I want some grandbabies. Well, y'all want, you know, if you have a grandparent or an elderly parent, you know, I ain't gonna be around forever. It's like, well, guys, I wasn't even trying to do that right now, but you're pressuring me with your, I'm not gonna be here forever speech. Or if you're a sibling, and let's say you middle or whatever, and all the rest of your siblings have, you know, gotten married or whatever and had kids. So that's one set of pressure. Then your friends is another set of pressure. Then the third set of pressure I feel is the social media comparisons. well, such and such, but we're the same age, and and I mean, we're about, we do the same things, we both work, like, why do they have a family, why don't I? So it's all these 3 sets of pressures, and people just go along with it. They keep scrolling, oh, look at them, they just went here, look at them, look at that family, look at their kids. But you have to live your own life, and it's your own race,
Yeah. You cannot continue to go deal with life on a time clock.
Right.
Well, like we said in the previous episode, by this age, I want to accomplish this. By that age, that's true, that's fine, but what happens if that plan goes sideways? You're going to panic, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I read somewhere, and we'll provide the links whenever we mention studies or things that we read. I read somewhere where millennials, our age group, is the most medicated.
I'm not surprised.
It has
they talking about legal or illegal medication? What is
mental type issues, depression, anxiety, high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And I know people our age that deal with these things.
Yeah.
I myself, I told y'all before that I deal with anxiety. It has not been medically diagnosed. It will be one day, but I know that something is wrong, and you have to be able to recognize when something is wrong. And I also ran across this term called FOMO.
FOMO. Fear of something.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah,
FOMO.
missing out.
FOMO, like food. FOMO.
Like, I
don't even know it. FOMO. So fear of missing out. You feel like you are left out. And I used to be that way.
Really?
Back, especially when I first had my little one. Everybody's doing everything, and I'm sitting at home. I done missed the party, I done missed the club, I done missed traveling. I don't want to miss nothing. And I would have an attitude if I couldn't go. And then I had to learn, like, you can't go to everything. You can't do what everybody does.
Yeah. And just because they're doing it doesn't mean they're happy or they could have afforded it. So, everything in social media, which I do appreciate when I watch someone's on live or just anything, and they're authentic, and I actually know them, I'm like, yeah, they're real. Versus you trying to paint this picture, this facade that everything's perfect, everything's fine. I'm not unhappy, but what always tells on people? Their eyes. I have seen some sad social media eyes. Like, just your eyes are so sad. You're like this, but your eyes are sad. So you can't, and that only lasts so long. That facade only lasts so long.
And we're definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
On social media segment. That's gonna be like a whole hour.
Right. So you think that marriage is a trend? Or do you think there are still people that, get married for the right reasons, whatever the right reasons are, or that, like you said, it's a trend, okay, she's getting married, so I'm about her age, it's time for me to get married. What do you think?
I think it's some of both. I think that some of it is, I really do love this person, and I think some of it is a trend as well. All my friends are getting married. It's time for me to get married. It's also that look. You want that fairy tale wedding. You want everything to look good. It's crazy how, we watch people's lives play out through social media or whatever. They get married, now they've been dating, now we see them all the time. You can't get enough of them, you get tired of seeing these folks.
Overshare.
Oh, they look so happy, they're wonderful, great. They get married, they then post a honeymoon picture. 6 months later, you trying to figure out if they're still married. No, it's not your business, but you can tell a lot from what people post.
Your social media
You'll be so surprised, when you start seeing, little stuff like the status doesn't change.
A little subtle, little shades.
The person don't have their ring on anymore. Like, what's going on here?
And that's the thing about social media. It's like you want to live your life out loud, and you want people to consume it, obviously, because you're posting it. So you posting the good, I'm not saying advocate the bad, but of course we're like, okay, well, where are they? Well, they got married 6 months ago. Well, I just saw him in the strip club. He ain't seen married to me. You know what I mean? So you always have to remember when you're social media overshare, especially when what you're sharing is not real or it's not as it seems to be, people are going to see these people in real life. I'm going to see you out in the street and I'm going to see you looking sad, looking crazy. Like, hey, you good? I just saw you guys came from such and such. Hey, how are you? And you look sad and depressed. So I'm biased because I'm not a fan of oversharing. I'm just not. I know I have some friends that are. They share every single thought, feeling. I woke up crying today. They share everything. I personally, if they're my friend, I just keep on scrolling, or I mute, or I snooze them. If I'm an associate, I have to unfollow you. It's just too much. But I do think that marriage, unfortunately, I do think it is a trend now. I think that people's right reasons are we love each other, we have a lot in common, we look great, we can be a power couple. It's like you throw these generalities out there, but you're not, that doesn't mean anything. Like, what actually does power couple mean? What does the right reasons mean? Like, no one's really defined what it means for them. They're just throwing it out there trying to sound good, right. And in the meantime, they're just like, okay, you know, success to me means I have a good job, if you have a child, I have a good mature child, they are well behaved, I have my husband here, we have our business, it's these tasks off of a list. That's not right or wrong, but that is what I noticed. I noticed that trend now.
That is true. And I feel like just kind of, you know, just from our peers and the media and different things like that, a lot of the traditional values in marriage have been lost. Mm-hmm. And because everyone's so wanting to display everything, put everything out there, your discretion and privacy is kind of, sometimes people, their marriage is ruined because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I don't like to watch reality TV. I don't like to watch stuff like that. Yeah. And so if you know me and, you know, you'll see, and when I get married, they're gonna be trying to figure out, well, when did she get engaged? Yeah. That's just how private it's gonna be. Like, my next relationship, I'm not gonna post it. I just don't, that's just me personally. So when I get married, it's you know, you're gonna be like, oh, why? You know, she was engaged. And people are so, it's like sometimes you gotta keep people guessing, trying to figure out, well, who is she with? Is she in a relationship? It's just kind of not your business. And you know, for me, that's how I like to keep my life. People don't know. Some people don't know I've been proposed to twice. And I hate when people look at my life and assume that because I have a child, that, oh, I feel sorry for her, you know, why isn't she, and I get that a lot, why aren't you married? Because I'm not ready to be. Or whoever asked, I didn't want to marry I said no. Yeah. Right. I didn't feel pressured like all my friends are married, let me go ahead and do this. I looked at my life and was like, no, I'm good, you know, so I'm okay with waiting. There's no rush for me, you know, but you do want to make sure you're not wasting time. That's one of our biggest things too, is we don't want to waste time, but you have to bring back the traditional values. Date somebody for a while, go meet their family, you know, you got to look at those things too. I have a boss that told me, she said, you have to be strategic in who you date. You got to look at their family, you know, you got to pay attention to that. Yeah. You got to pay attention to a lot of different factors because that's going to be the makeup of your child that you bring into the world. Right. So, you know, sometimes you even got to look at skin tone and say, you know, are we compatible? And she was telling me this because she was explaining how her and her siblings grew up and how, because they had different shades, you know, some of them felt some type of way and this, that, and third. And, you know, you just got to be careful. And I'm not saying, oh, they're trying to do the whole skin tone thing. Like, no, not at all. But you want to be mindful of who you're getting with, but bring back the values and what marriage really is. And we as millennials, we give up very easily. Yeah. We have no tolerance. You know what, he came late, so I just give up. Yeah. Whereas you have to look at his qualities. You have to ask yourself, you know what, that's something we can work on, but is he really worth it? Yeah. Our tolerance, you know, some of us are willing to go through stuff, and some of us are just like, nope, on to the next one. Yeah. Whereas now you have to sit back and you have to really ask yourself, what is a deal breaker and what is not? You know, little things like, okay, sometimes he's late, or, you know, just small stuff. I don't like how he hangs out with his friends. Those are things that can be communicated and worked on. Right. But if you're dealing with somebody who's constantly cheating on you, or they always got little women on the side and stuff, no, that's a deal breaker, because I'm not, like we said, my man is my man, your man is your man, not, you know, we're not sharing her man is my man, your man is her man too. No, some people do that mess. I'm not with that. And us living up here, it's a big bowl. It's a big pot. You got these married men thinking they single. It's ridiculous.
It's really bad.
And it's like the norm.
Yeah.
These married men operate like, hey girl, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You can see the
whole
little tan right there.
relationship, and then you decide to ask the question, are you married? Yeah, I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
What?
Right. So on this show, we will have a guest speaker. We don't want it just to be us, sharing about relationships. We will also have a male guest, and he'll share his views on relationships. Because, people are always, oh, women, y'all have these different views. Okay, that's fine. We'll talk to a man, and he'll share his views as well. So thank you for tuning in to Millennial Mindstate. Tell them where they can find us.
You can find us on our website at millennialmindstate.net, our social media handles, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Millennial Mindstate.